Hello everybody, it is Emery48 here, and welcome back to another Star Wars video. This time we are transitioning over to the Legends timeline. We have finished everything up in the canon timeline in 22 BBY, so we are now going back to the beginning of 22 BBY on the Legends side of the timeline. We start with Death in the Catacombs, a short story by Mike W. Barr. It is found in Star Wars Insider number 79. Jedi Knight Jill Somte was on Geonosis just days after the battle took place there. One of the clones she was with was killed when they set off a trap. She was then summoned by Dr. Fane. Dr. Fane did not like having a Jedi with her on a scientific expedition. She made a prototype helmet for the clones and asked Jill to try it on. A poisonous gas came out of the helmet, knocking out Jill. Frayne has been working with a smuggler, Naj Pandor. After Jill woke up, Frayne shot Pandor and Jill, who is still cuffed. Frayne left Jill and Pandor tied up in Geonosian catacombs. They were able to free themselves and fight their way through a large amount of Geonosians. They returned to Frayne's lab. Pandor knows where Frayne is going to go next. Jill and Pandor found Frayne decapitated by some animal in her hidden location. They were also able to recover Jill's lightsaber. That animal was a Nexu, the same animal that was set after Padme in the battle. They injured it to the point where it retreated. Pandor is constantly flirting with Jill, and she is not having any of it. Jill and Pandor found Frayne's body in a nest of Nexu. The nest is placed by a weapons research facility underground, very near Frayne's secret location. They were able to escape the nest with a few scratches. Taking the new sonic weapon, Pandor kissed Jill, taking the weapon from her. Before he was able to shoot her, he was attacked by a Nexu. Jill got the weapon back, shooting the Nexu and Pandor. They were both unconscious. Jill took Pandor to deliver him to the Republic courts, and left the Nexu to go back to its nest once it awoke. This story was decent. Kinda shows the battle. Clones don't really get mentioned after the first couple paragraphs. I don't know, it was alright. The next short story is Elusion. That's how I'm guessing that is pronounced. By Michael A. Stackpole, and it is found in Star Wars Insider 66. And it is 1 week after the Battle of Geonosis. Aayla Secura meets with Mace Windu and Yelnik Itkla in the council chamber in the Jedi Temple. Rotri Tane, a researcher for the Techno Union, has stolen important documents and is hiding on Corellia, a neutral planet. Yelnik and Aayla are headed to Corellia disguised as smugglers. Their goal is to smuggle Tane and in turn acquire his Techno Union secrets. Mace Windu has put Aayla in charge of the mission, which confused her because Yelnik has been a Jedi Knight for longer. He assured her that it is the correct decision. Yelnik and Aayla found Tane in a bar. There was a fight between the Jedi and some ruffians also looking for Tane. The Jedi injured all that attacked them, but killed none. They were greeted by Inspector Rostek Horn of the Corellian security force. He arrived to the bar as the fight was concluding and spoke with the Jedi. Tendir Blue had been hired to capture Tane for the Techno Union. He was happy to see Jedi, as the price would go up if he delivered them as well. The Jedi had been given information to Tane's whereabouts, and then were betrayed, as the informant also told Blue that they were coming. Tane was actually Jedi Master Nija Halcyon, and they all worked together to defeat Blue, the Brutes, and some droids. Tane has already been moved off of Corellia. This whole operation was a distraction for the Techno Union, including the security guard and the person who fake betrayed them. Aayla was not allowed to know, so her reactions would be genuine. The Jedi Council also hoped these actions would convince the neutral Jedi on Corellia to join the Republic in the fight against the Separatists. They let Blue escape, but made him think he only barely escaped. They also planted fake plans on him that would hopefully sabotage some of the Techno Union repairs. The next short story is the Pengalon Trade Off by Aaron Allston. This is found in Star Wars Insider 65, and it is in month 2 after the Battle of Geonosis. Joram Keith was in a gunship with clones dispatched from the assault ship Sea Legacy, fighting on Pengalon 4. The Republic was on Pengalon 4 in response to a previously decommissioned separatist factory being recommissioned. The rumor is that the factory was developing advanced rockets made of diamond to take down Republic gunships more efficiently. The gunship was shot down. There are 7 clones left alive after the crash landing. Joram is also alive. He is civilian, but is a lieutenant with Republic intelligence, which technically puts him in charge. Joram is with the clones to analyze their effectiveness. Joram and the clones set up a trap to ambush the first group of droids that came to investigate the downed gunship. They easily defeated 11 droids and now had access to their mini speeders. This would make their hike of minimum 3 days much quicker. They are planning on heading to the nearest bit of civilization to acquire transportation off-planet. Joram is giving the clone troopers nicknames to tell them apart. They are taking a zigzagging route to the nearest city, Turlorkin. They are going to stay in the canyons for as long as they can for the best cover. Joram has told the clones that his analysis is positive. He is an accountant sent by the Senate to determine if their money was well spent and if they should spend even more to continue expanding the ranks. Joram and the clones have arrived on the outskirts of Turlorkin, seemingly a small town. Joram and one of the clones, Tooth, have infiltrated the spaceport in Turlorkin. They have discovered that the Diamond Missile facility is hidden under the town, and the factory the Republic bombed was a trap, a fake factory to throw them off from the real one. Joram and the troopers attacked the factory with the goal of blowing up the final assembly area. Joram and 4 surviving clones made it out of the factory and fought their way to an available ship in the spaceport. Tooth had stolen a different transport to distract the droid pursuit, which allowed Joram and the other clones to escape Pengalon 4. This was an incredible short story. It's basically a Clone Wars adventure episode focused right on some of the clones, and they just go and do adventures. It's kind of like Ambush, the first episode of the Clone Wars, with a couple extra clones and not quite a Jedi. The next short story is League of Spies, also by Aaron Allston, and it is in month 3 after the Battle of Geonosis. This one is found in Star Wars Insider 73. Joram is back, and so is Mapper, another one of the clones he was with on Pengalon. They are meeting a man on Tarhassan. The man was Sherrick Tum. There are 2 others already there. The woman with them is Tinian Hanther, and the final person is Levinatius Sazay. Tarhassan joined the Separatists. The Republic intelligence agent stationed on Tarhassan, Edbit Teeks, disappeared 6 days before Tarhassan's government announced that they were joining the Separatists. This group's mission is to find Teeks. The other 3 people have only been in intelligence for less than a month. Sherrick came from the Ministry of Licenses and Permits. Tinian came from the Department of Health with a specialization in grains, and Levinatius has been a part of both the Ministry of Public Information and the Ministry of Education. They have gotten crash courses in intelligence training and combat training. Zazana Renkel, Teek's lover, reported him missing. She works for the Planetary Security Force. The others think she had him captured and reported it to cover herself. Joram does not think this. Sherrick wants to grab Zazana and interrogate her for Teeks' location. They would meet back once they've grabbed her. Joram and Mapper grabbed Zazana against Sherrick's order, while Sherrick, Tinian, and Levinatius argued about how best to capture her. Levinatius and Sherrick want to kill Zazana because they let her know their identities. Joram said he and Mapper would kill her and dispose of her body. Mapper talked to her and found out she was only an analyst with the security force and had no high-level security clearance. She was not involved in Teek's capture. They are not going to kill her. They were never planning on it. They stunned her and have taken her out of the building, while the other three come up with a plan to find Teeks. Dram went to investigate Teeks' apartment. He found how Teeks was signaling local contacts with a lamp and lit it. Tharb arrived shortly after. Tharb had watched Teeks get taken. He had been working with Teeks. Teeks was taken to the main planetary security building, the prison. Tharb can give Joram partial plans of the building. Joram has deduced that Tharb is a former prisoner who now works as a server at a restaurant he and Teeks communicated at, called Corrigan's Gustatorium. The group is infiltrating the station. Tinian entered with Zazana's uniform, finding a way to let the others in. Joram went in with Tinian as her prisoner. They knocked out an officer in his office. Joram told Tinian they had not killed Zazana. She was relieved. They went to look for Teeks. Sherrick was shot as they were taking Teeks out of prison. Teeks is going to keep Sherrick on planet in a safe house so he can heal. Joram, Levinatius, Tinian, and Mapper are going to get off planet. Tinian is writing her own report of the events on Tarhassan, and she is including that herself, Levinatius, and Sherrick probably need more training before they get another mission. I did enjoy this short story, but I think my favorite one of this episode was the Pengalon Trade Off. That one was the best one, in my opinion. That is all I have for today's video. Good 4 short stories. Good size on all of them as well. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.